Wait, am I live? Think so. Hi everyone. Technical difficulties. I thought I was live and I wasn't live, and I think I'm live again. um, so, welcome to Fun Day Sunday, another gratitude sessions. Um, so, just going to wait for a few moments for other people to sign in, and in the meantime, I can add people to my invite list. So give me one moment to my list. Where is? Yay! Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in. And today is going to be a little bit different from my usual live streams. It's going to be a two-part session. The first part session will be discussing a topic that is very popular on my blog, which is hillispute.com. There you can find all things gratitude. Hi, Toby. And then we're going to do a session talking about entry from my book, Awaken with Gratitude. So I'm so happy and so excited to share this Sunday with you guys. It has been a few weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I've done a gratitude session with you guys. And just to catch you guys up, the last one we did was also a topic from my website, a popular topic called I'm Sorry versus Forgive Me. And the difference in the vibration of those two words, of those phrases, and how it can really impact your everyday, and how it can really just impact your emotional energy, your vibration when you speak those words, I'm sorry versus forgive me. So you guys can go on my website, hillispute.com, under inspirational interviews and under live stream. There you can check out all the previous live streams on YouTube. Yay! So, I'm going to go ahead and get going. So, like I said, this first entry, first part of today, we're going to be talking about entry from my website, hillispute.com, talking about the difference between hope and trust, and the vibrational energy of those two words, those two energies, and how it can really affect how you feel in your everyday when you have hope, or if you have trust in the situation. So without further ado, I'm going to start off by reading you just a small paragraph from that entry. And if you guys can hear me okay, just type Y for yes and for no, because I'm outside in this beautiful outside garden. Nice day out in NYC, in Brooklyn. So if you guys can hear me, type yes. If you can't, let me know. When we think of the words hope and trust, we think of the words having the same meaning. Hope gives us an emotional situation will improve and offering the like emotion until the undesired situation has dissolved. Yet the situation can't dissolve because we keep feeding the situation with a weakened energy of hope. The situation will become more noticed and take center stage and even spill over to the other situations. However, the trust is the opposite. Trust empowers us emotionally to know whatever the situation has befallen, it will be dissolved, transmuted, and taken care of. Once we give in to the power of trust, we allow life to happen, to unfold like a rose. The question now becomes, how do we transition from hope to trust? So, with that in mind, so when we think of hope, we always cling to a lower vibrational energy. We always cling to being worrisome, if you will. And we are in that vibration of worrisome. We are holding on to that vibrational energy. We're holding on into our energy, and we keep allowing ourselves to worry about a particular situation until it's resolved. But is it truly resolved if we keep worrying about it? And when it does resolve itself, is it from our own intervention, or is it from the intervention of others? So how many people, I know there's like 6 people in here, but how many of you have been in a situation where you are just hopelessly worrisome about a situation, hoping that it will resolve? And if you have, type in a Y for yes and for no. And if you have had a situation where you were worried about, I want to know about it to help you really move forward in not just from that situation, but in life overall, because that's my passion, my purpose, to help people move forward in from the energy that they're holding themselves in, because we typically don't realize that we are holding ourselves in that particular pattern until we step back and have someone else look at our life. Yes, exactly. Hope implies the worry of lack. Yes, Toby, I love you guys too. Can't wait to see you guys in a week and a half, something like that. So I'm just waiting to see if anyone has any situations they would like to share. If not, I will continue on with the breakdown of the difference between hope and trust. So as I said earlier, hope is the lower vibrational energy where we hold on to a situation that we have to really intervene to really resolve itself. It's a nagging sensation that eats away at our spirit until the situation is taken care of. And yet, while that situation has been taken care of, we allow a new situation to come in to where we were about a whole new set of situations. So it's a pattern, it's a cycle that we manifest because we feel that we have to be in control of our lives to some degree. How many of you guys agree with that statement? That when we are in a place of vibrational worrisome, that it is from a place of lack, it's a place of having to control that situation. Because if we are in control, then what do we have to hold on to? Yes, thank you for sharing that, Rocky. Thank you. So when we exhibit that lower vibrational energy, we have to exert some sort of control over our life, and not allowing things to flow, if you will. Right? Exactly. So now I'm just going to move on to trust and what trust really means, and allowing trust to really be more impactful in your everyday. And I'm going to give you a few examples of that. So when we allow trust, yes, exactly. So when we allow trust into our lives, we release that lower vibrational energy of being worrisome and release that need to control every situation of our life. Saying like, if this isn't going to happen unless I do it, or this isn't going to happen unless I take control of the situation, this isn't going to happen if X, Y, and Z doesn't happen. And when we allow ourselves to let go of that nagging sensation of having to be worried all the time about every little thing that happens, then we allow much ease into our life. And that's the key here, that when we let go of the lower vibration of hope, when we let go of the lower vibration of worry and release that need to control everything around us, we allow a greater ease into our life. And for example, a couple of example statements for you guys is when we have the affirmation versus a non-affirmation. Let's say when someone's like, I hope I get to go on this trip, or I hope I win the lottery, or I hope I can do this, or I hope I can do that. we are operating from a lower vibration, even though we have great intentions when we say, I hope that this will happen, or hope that will happen. But we are operating from a lower vibration. We are operating from a lower frequency and an incessant need to control that situation. It's like, I hope, I hope, I hope, I hope. Instead, we have to sit back, stop, and reflect on the words that we use, because our words are the most powerful things of our creation. Instead of saying, I hope that this will happen, I hope this will be taken care of, you can say is use an affirmation. And for those of you that know me, know I use affirmations almost daily. And an affirmation is an I am statement. An I am statement affirming that this will take place in my life. An I am statement is an affirmation allowing newness and joy and things just to happen. Because you can say things like, I am being a being, or I am happy, or I am joyous, I am loving, I am thankful, I am filled with love, I am filled with joy. Instead of saying, I hope I get love, I hope I get joy, I hope love finds me. So when you in that lower vibration, you still in that excessive need of control. Right? Exactly. Oh, yay. Hi, Kia. Yes, trust is difficult, but yes, letting go is the key. Yes, you're so welcome. And hi, Michelle. So for those of you that are just tuning in, be sure to watch us back on the replay. And just to catch you up for a bit, this will be a two-part session. And the first one, we are talking about the difference between hope and trust, and how hope is a lower vibration, and how hope is worrisome, and how hope can attract a level of control in your life to where everything that you feel is happening has to happen because you have to control every aspect of it, which is a worrying aspect, a lower vibration. And it's not until we allow ourselves to let go and allow that trust to come in, things will be much at ease. So which in turn means we have to let go and trust and allow the process, trust the process, as some people would say. So now that we're all caught up, how do we really, really, really transition from hope to trust, right? And that's the key. That's why everybody's tuning in. What's the key to transitioning from hope to trust? And the main difference, the main key from hope to trust is looking at your situation, looking at your surroundings, and looking at yourself, and noticing what is it that I can let go of? What thought, what idea, what pattern can I release from my life that's no longer serving me? What can I release that I am incessantly controlling of? What is it that I can let go and just simply allow? And some of the things that we can simply allow is our thoughts, and be mindful of our thoughts and what our thoughts think and what our thoughts have control over our lives, right? Exactly, release or not. So when we start using different words, instead of saying, I hope this will happen for me, or I'm gonna make this happen for me, even though you say, I'm gonna, I hope, I wish, I might, this will, you're using empowering words, but your vibration is still at a lower frequency. Instead of, you can say, I am going to receive, or I am wishing, or I am going to make this happen, or you can find words in your vibrational language, because that's what it is. It's a vibrational language that resonates with you to allow your path to be more at ease, to allow more grace and more trust, and trust in the process and what it is that you wish to desire to come really shining through. Oh, you're so welcome, Brandon. I'm glad you're able to tune in for this week's gratitude session. I'm going to try to do more on a weekly schedule, not only just to share notes from my blog and notes from my book, but to really connect with all of you all, to really find what it is that you really want to talk about, because it's about you, not about me. because I've been on this path of gratitude for some time, and transitioning from gratitude to appreciation, which is the greatest of all appreciations. Yes. Imagining the worst when it's not really. Yes, Michelle, you have to let it go. So before I transition into a topic from my book, because the topic is a popular search, the topic, the difference between hope and trust, is a very popular topic searched on my website. And why, I don't know. It just happens that people really need to hear that. And so you may see me pull topics from my website that are really popular. And yes, Michelle, you really need to read this book. It's available on Amazon, but if you go to my website, HillisPugh.com, you can find the link and go to it from there. So, before I transition into the topic from my book, it's backwards, Awaken with Gratitude. Yay! Are there any questions, any comments, anything that you want to be made clear before I move forward into something else that is in relation to hope versus trust, or the difference between hope and trust? Because just to sum it all up for you guys, hope is a lower vibrating frequency that creates worrying in your life, that creates a strong desire for you to control every aspect of your life, and not truly allowing the ease that trust brings. Trusting in the process and creating affirmations, and just let go of what it is that you truly desire to have happen in your life. Sum it up, all clear? Yes. But if there are any questions or comments made during or after the scope or Facebook Live, I will do my absolute best to answer every single one. So, there was a topic here. Oh, yes. Yay, questions. I love questions. If I feel lost, don't know where to start, where would you suggest I begin? Well, my dear Kia, the only thing that I truly suggest where you begin is the same place where I began, because I was lost on this journey as well. And that was by looking at my surroundings, looking at the company that I keep, looking at my friends, family, looking at my job, looking at my whole life, and seeing where is my attention flowing into, seeing what is calling me, and just go in that direction. Because once you go with the flow, it can't steer you on. So just honestly trust your intuition and follow that, because it won't steer you wrong. I mean, everyone has a different calling. Everyone has a different passion. But regardless of what it is, it's calling to you, to your soul, and to give you that peace that you truly, truly, truly desire. And along with you looking at your whole life, incorporate some meditation in that. And it doesn't have to be a sitting meditation. It could be a meditation while you're in the shower, meditation while you're working out, a meditation while you're driving. It could be, you can meditate pretty much anywhere, just to allow that clarity to give you the direction that you are seeking. And if that helps, just give me a thumbs up or a yes. Rocky, why did you choose gratitude as the topic? Well, for those who don't know me, gratitude has been a strong part of my life. It's actually the beginning of my journey back in 2008. And the reason why I wrote Awaken with Gratitude, the reason why I started my blog, is because like you, Kia, like everyone, we all have a starting point. We all have a place where we start to remember to awaken to our true self. And my path, my topic, my choice of gratitude was to be thankful, to be grateful for my family, when they were there for me when I was going through a not so great situation in my life. One of the worst years ever in my life. And when I should say, thought I was at rock bottom, just when I felt like I couldn't go any deeper, any lower, I had my family and my friends there I could count on to help pull me out. And that was my light. Gratitude was my light. Having love and appreciation for them and for what they've done for me. So that's why I chose to speak about gratitude, because it's the beginning of any path. And gratitude and appreciation link to multiple things in your life. And it brings more of the same. Yes, exactly. You can ask your highest source, please guide me to people or a book that holds. Yes, exactly. And, I've always been a writer, always been a lover of poetry. And the main reason why I write is because I don't want people to feel alone in their journey, in their process. And during my process, on the spiritual path during this journey, I was thankful. I lived like 2 blocks from a Borders, and I would go in there and I would sit down, and books would just call to me off the shelf, and I would just pick a book and read it, pick it up and read it. And I one day walked out of there with $100 worth of books. Still have them to this day because they were that meaningful for me in my practice, in my joy in that moment. So books kind of like fall off the shelf and people call to you because you are in alignment with where you are in your life. And actually, that's a good lead-in to something I was going to read, but I think I changed my mind. I want to read something else for you guys. Do you think you can have faith if you are not sure you believe in a higher power? And the answer to that, Michelle, is yes, exactly. Anyone can have faith. You don't necessarily have to believe in something as long as you believe in yourself. And that's all that really matters, is believing in yourself. Because if you follow me, if you read anything that I write, anything that I post, you can definitely feel the oneness, the collective that I refer to, especially in my writings now. The oneness and the collective that I speak of is starting here, starting with self. And if you can just believe in yourself, believe in the one absolute thing that you are good at, believe in the one thing that you look good in, the one thing that makes you feel amazing, then you are on your way. And that's all it takes, is that one thing. That one thing. Yes, hashtag believe in you. I like that. So you know what? I am inspired and moved to read something else. I was going to read one thing, but this topic has really taken a turn. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for it. See, this is what happens. You read a book. You write a book. You don't know where anything is in your own book. It's everywhere. But, there it is. So, what I'm going to read for you guys is from my book, Awaken with Gratitude. And it is going to be a section. That's my problem. I think it's essentially personal. I become resistant to people. So, well, see, and that's the thing. When people, okay, I'm going to have to break it down for you real quick, Michelle, real quick. So, example, Jehovah's Witnesses coming to your door, ringing your bell every single Saturday, giving them your take on what God is, right? No one likes that. No one really likes how to believe or what they're chosen to believe in. And yes, exactly, I was getting to that. And when you take that and someone's giving you something that you don't necessarily are in alignment with, and you say, well, that's my problem, that's my issue, I don't like it when people do it, so more people are going to show up doing what it is that you don't like. Get it? More people are going to show up doing things that you don't like because you are saying it's my problem, it's my issue, I have to deal with it. No, you don't. Unless you want to keep wanting to deal with this issue that you are creating and manifesting in your life because you are taking responsibility for someone else's issues. You are taking responsibility for someone else's issues. Why? Because of the words that you use. Words are powerful, my friends. Words are absolutely powerful. Never, ever, ever think before you speak. Well, no, think before you speak. Think before you speak. I don't think it's a problem just per se. Not really just the right word. It just exactly. So when you feel like, one, search for the right words. As a writer, I can't tell you how often I search for the right word to express what it is that I'm feeling. So number one, search for the right word. And number two, find what makes you feel good. It's just that simple. So, Michelle and everyone else who's watching right now, I was finally going to read this excerpt from the book, Awaken with Gratitude, and I feel it's definitely falls in line with what we're talking about today and what has come up throughout the topic. It is called Persistence of Inspiration and Support System. I'm going to read the second half of this, which is support system, and I think it really, really falls in line with where we are. And Charles, I will get to you in a second. So just hold on tight, folks, and I will get to you. So be thankful this day for a support system. A support system begins with love, faith, and courage. Love from those around you and from within yourself is the motivation. Faith is the will to do all things possible. Courage is the strength to do all things possible. Family, friends, spouses, and peers are all a part of the support system. Though these people may be close to you, there to comfort you and there to guide you. The true support system comes from within you. I'm going to repeat that. The true support system comes from within you. If you are not giving of ourselves the love, faith, and courage, we will not receive it. It comes from others. They are the medium in which our thoughts are reaffirmed and clarified. This goes back to our creation of power and how we manifest things in our life. Yet, it has a profound effect on others. Having balance in our lives creates the support structure within us and then branches out to reach, to touch those, to create the system. The system is only as good as you are. I'm going to repeat that. The system is only as good as you are. This system feels how you feel. When the system is weak, you are weak. When the system is strong, you are strong. This system is you. We have a vast network of family, friends, and spouses and peers, but at times we forget about God, the angels, and personal guardians. The guardians keep a watchful eye on us daily, and if we are silent, we just might be able to hear them. The guardians are our spirits once were people close to us, and now remain closer just by keeping them safe and growing. Be thankful this day and every day for the protection of the guardians. Be thankful this day and every day for the inner and outer support systems carrying us through any adversity. Be thankful this day and every day for a never-ending supply of love, faith, and courage. And should I read the poem that goes with it? Because every entry has a little poem that goes with it. But I wouldn't be doing it justice if I didn't, so I'm going to read the poem. It's Strong and Silent. The will to proceed when others desire the true meaning as it really appears as it should, or a mask to hide the passing fool. In the warrior's stance, all stare in a trance as I return the glance, as my eyes pierce their souls like a spear to flesh. A quiet riot made present, known with a few actions to ignite a spark to make others curious or wonder about a silent thunder. Deeply rooted in the trees that leave all guessing of the strength possessed, never doubting the immeasurable or the unchallenged. Gliding through crowds that clouds individualism, looking for the one signature to sign and make mine. Revealing everything to unveil nothing. Standing naked in the breeze as it pleases me, in the comfort, in silence, in the awe of strength. So yes. So Michelle, I think you inspired that rethinking of my process of my personal agenda. But it's no mistake that we are all here today on this live stream receiving the message that we have decided to receive. And I want to go back up here to see what Charles wrote. Yes, bravo, Charles. Thank you so much for sharing. I love that. And Michelle. Exactly, Michelle. That's the whole point. Don't do it unless you don't feel good. And that's one of the things I've been preaching. I shouldn't say preaching, but one of the things I've been speaking in the past year. Don't do it unless you feel good. And that's the main thing. Don't do it unless you feel good. Don't do it unless you feel good. And keep that in the back of your head. Does this make me feel good? That's a question for everybody before you take any action. Does this make you feel good? And that's the essence of what I'm saying here. The difference between hope and trust, is allowing ourselves to have a stronger source within us. The support system is us. We are the support system. We are the source. We are the manifestations of our own desires. Get it? Yay! So if everyone gets that, I want to see a smiley face. I want to see a smiley face from everyone, all 6 people that are watching this now and watching it later. I want to see smiley faces because that's one of my favorite things about me that I love. Yes, exactly. Feel your way around. Thank you, Ryan. Because when I was going back to Rocky's question earlier about why did I choose gratitude, because, I wasn't always happy about how I looked, how I felt, and what I did. So I went back and I found something about me that I liked, and it was my smile. So that's one of the things I love about me is my smile, and it comes from me, and no one can ever take that away because it's mine. And thank you guys. I love the smiles, love the hearts. I infinitely love you all. Hi, yay, more smiles. I love the smiles and hearts. So are there any questions that are still on your mind that you want clarification on before I wrap up this Sunday gratitude session? Because I don't do this for me. I can sit here and talk all day, and those that know me know I can. I can do it very easily. I'm a Gemini. I can talk all day. But I want to know, what are your thoughts? What are you still holding on to that you want clarification from? The only thing you can control. Yes, exactly. The only thing that you can control are your thoughts. Your thoughts leading to your actions, leading to how you feel. And that is pretty much your whole entire world. Your world revolves around your thoughts and how you feel about your thoughts. And that's all you need for manifestation. Before any form of physicality, any form of physical manifestation, and before anything shows up, it's all about what are you thinking and how you feel when you think it. And that's the key. How do you feel when you think a thought? Do you feel good when you think that thought, or do you feel bad when you think that thought? If there's one situation that no matter how much I go, it still comes back to haunt me, how do I let it go? And that is key, because I wrote about that a lot. That was one of my issues, and then one of the issues I've definitely observed in my life is why does something keep coming back? I thought I released it. Why me? It is because we haven't completely learned what we needed to learn from the previous situation. So until we completely understand why this lesson keeps coming back, we won't be able to free it from our energy, from our aura. So it's up to us to really sit down and not be so reactionary to a situation. Because when we are more reactionary, we tend to lose sight, tend to lose focus on what the lesson is. So we have to really dig deep and confront the situation, and really analyze it with our feelings and emotions. It's like, why is this still around me? Why do I still need to learn this? And so once you realize the reason why, then you can release that from your energy. So yeah, I have one. See, Michelle, exactly. We all have one. Until you get to a point where you've learned everything from that, when you just move on and go spiritually, right? Exactly. We all continue to learn and grow each and every single day. There's not a day where I'm not looking at what I'm doing and not looking at where I'm going. So we just really have to just really analyze, when I say analyze, don't be so analytical and so literal about it. Just really look at it for what it is, the face value of it, and then feel into it. I think positive thoughts about people involved. So yeah, we all do. And the thing is, I'm going to say this, and most people may not want to hear it, but it's true. One reason why things from our past still pop up, because either one, we're thinking about it, and two, we're moving so far ahead of our life and on our path, is that sometimes when things show up, it is because, one, do we really, it's contrast. It's when it pops up, it's our life, it's energy, it's the source asking us, are you sure you want to be on this path? Because remember what this looked like? So when contrast shows up in our lives, it allows for us to really see what it is we really want. So you have to even have appreciation for those ugly things that show up, and it's like, okay, I recognize this, I know what this is, and no thank you. It no longer serves me now. It no longer serves a purpose in my life now. And when we honor that contrast that has shown up, we have allowed the energy to dissolve and to replace it with a higher energy. So yes, exactly. Exactly. We don't have to play the movie. We are the directors, we are the creators, we are the producers, we are the actors, we are the behind the stage people, we are the life that we create, we are the support system, we are everything that we need to be. And we just really have to take a step back and honor who we are in the process of growing and knowing where we came from. And we have to remember our true, authentic soul, spirit, self. And nowadays a lot of people say, I'm awakening. But what are we truly awakening to? Are we awakening to ourselves, remembering our soul, our spirit, who we actually are as an entity on this planet? Are we really awakening and choosing to remember who we are in spirit, and spirit manifested as physical form? A symbiotic relationship with spirit. So that's what this physical embodiment is a relationship with the higher self, is ourself. We are who we think we are, and even more. Exactly. Validate and release it. Let it go. It no longer serves you. You are who you are. And as the old song said, rejoice in it. Rejoice in your light. Rejoice in your love. Rejoice in who you truly are as a being here on this planet. And you know what? So funny. I never, and even to this day, I particularly don't like the title guru, only because it calls for something higher, something more significant, and there's like an attachment to it. There's like a stigma that's attached to it. I'm no guru. I'm just like you, living my life authentically as best as I can, sharing my knowledge, my wisdom with every single one of you. And I am humbled by your words. I truly appreciate them. And in all honesty, I am just doing the best I can like you are. You know, it is with great honor that I can sit before you and be a testimony to the life in which we desire to live up to. Yes. Yes, exactly. So, but you know, that brings up another question. What is the trigger? So I'm going to ask everyone out there, because, you know, I could keep going. I want to know, since Rocky brought it up, what is everyone's trigger? What is your trigger to set you off, to send you back to the past? What's that one thing that no matter how far you get in your path, is that one thing that really gets you? And I'm going to sit for a minute and see if I can find a trigger, or if I have a trigger that sends me back. Michelle, oh my goodness. PMS is the trigger. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can help you with that one. People throwing niggas. Oh. And see, okay, I'm going to break this down for each and every single one of you. Michelle, I can't help you with the PMS until you hit menopause. That's a personal thing. But I was going to see if I can find my trigger, but you guys are just throwing stuff at me. I'm just going to jump out on in. And people throwing negative energy. And you know what, Ryan? That's actually a sign of growth. If people throw lower vibrational energy to you, and I know you don't accept or receive any of that, it's just a validation of where you are on your path, because your path is great light. It's filled with love and light and happiness and joy in what you do and who you are. So the contrast to this great positive energy that you have is the negative. So this is the universe showing you, okay, well, here's a lower vibration of what it is that you are attracting. Let's see if he can tolerate or maybe even want to be involved in this lower vibrational energy. And when this is coming, when you see it, you know it, you acknowledge it, but how long do you stay in that place? And this is what you can do to judge your growth. You can measure the time that you spend in that place. You can measure the time that you spend in that lower vibrational energy. And the less time you spend there, the greater you are moving away from that. So everyone who's listening, watching, here, now, later, judge the time in which you spend in the past. Judge the time in which you spend in that old place, and see how long you stay there. Because if you are moving further away from that place in a faster time, then you're doing what you're supposed to do. Yes, exactly. Michelle, I cry about my divorce once a month. So you know what, Michelle? When you allow yourself to be emotionally available to that divorce, when you allow yourself to be in that place of just allowing yourself to feel, that's a good thing. That's a sign of a true warrior. A true warrior allows themselves to feel. Okay? A true warrior allows themselves to feel, cry, and just allow. And what it is this is the cleansing that of your soul. It's the cleansing of the peace. It's the cleansing that you have asked for in your life, right? Because if you're getting a divorce, there's some aspect of it that didn't serve you in the way that it was supposed to serve you. So now your soul has grown out of it. You have gone out of alignment of that, and now the tears are cleansing your soul to allow for newness to be welcomed into your life, right? Think about that one. Jason, lack of knowledge. You know, there's so much knowledge in this world. I don't think any of us can really fully understand it and grasp it. However, I do believe the place where you're coming from is the spiritual knowledge, the knowledge that we all desire to have access to. And, you know, if we allow ourselves to have time to sit down and just simply be in this place of accepting where we are and just allowing the knowledge to flow to us, because we all can channel the great knowledge of the Ascended Masters. We all can channel the knowledge of Jesus, Buddha, Mary, Merlin, any great Ascended Master, Buddha. Those are mine that I pretty much call on. But we could pretty much channel any master into our being and allow that knowledge to flow to share with others. And it's not just the knowledge from experience, it's the knowledge and wisdom that we all truly desire. Like I said, there's no mistake that, you know, we are all here, sitting here in this place, receiving this information. Just going and reading comments here, catching up, because you guys are pretty quick here. Feeling helpless when there's nothing to... So Kia, yeah, that's a trigger anything, and that really is a broad spectrum. Anything can be your trigger. So you really have to really pause in that moment and see what it was that triggered it. I mean, you really have to, was it a person, place, thing, object, emotion, whatever. You really have to really look and see where you are and where you were when it happened. And from there, only you can really determine how to move forward. But like I said, each time when the trigger happens, see how long you stay in that trigger moment, how long do you stay in that energy before you move on from it. And each time when it happens, see how long you stay in that place, because you can move from here to there and how fast you move. That really determines how you're moving through the process. So yeah. Yes, Rocky, thank you. That's a good one for Kia. I'm just catching up, and these are a lot of comments. I really love today, because I think this is the longest I've been on Facebook Live in a long time. Yes, my divorce was... Exactly. See, and the thing is, Michelle, when you feel comfortable enough, explain it to your daughter why you did what you did. And most people are happy, and honestly, all kids are very intelligent. They pick up on the feeling on what it is that's going on. And as parents, as adults, we don't give the kids enough credit. We just think of them as a lower being who's here on this planet, and they learn from us, right? It's the other way around. We learn from each other. And the kids coming in now are much more intelligent than what we give them credit for. So talk to her, tell her, and let her know what's going on, and then you'll be surprised how good she reacts, and how she reacts to you, and how she reacts to what's going on. So don't be shy about it. Don't dumb it down for her. Just be blunt and bold about it and explain it to her. So yeah, do that. Oh, Chauncey, Ryan, you guys are amazing. Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh, all the love. You guys, amazing. So before I don't want to leave, but are there any questions, anything you guys want clarity on before I close out this Sunday's gratitude session. And you guys can definitely watch the replay on my Facebook Live, on my Facebook page, or I will have a direct link to it on my website, HillisPew.com, where you can find the book, yay, Awake with Gratitude, and they would give you a direct link to other live streams about gratitude and other similar topics on YouTube. So you guys can definitely go there. What did you say, Kia? Yeah, and you're so welcome about that. And, like I said, just really look at what it is that triggered it and release it, let it go, but really judge how long you spend in that place, because that's what it is. This is the key for everyone who has triggers, even myself. And I'm trying to think of a trigger right now, and I can't. Is that judge the length of time that you spent in that energy. That's the key. That's the key into how long you're staying back there to move forward. So let's say, the first time you spent that energy was about 2 minutes. Next time when it happens, you may be there for 1 minute. And just keep looking at it that way. So, yeah. So, you guys, you know what? And you know what? I'm going to stop you right there, Michelle, because I had this same talk with someone else a few weeks ago. And it's never, ever, ever, ever refer to anyone in your life as a douche. Because that is also your energy that you're bringing into the situation. Honor him by calling him by his name, even though you may not agree with his energy, you may be out of alignment with his energy, but never refer to someone out of their name. Because words and names are powerful. And by you doing that, you're also lowering your vibration. And people see that, and sometimes they prey on that, sometimes they see that and don't honor that. And I am a big one, so I always honor people by their name and the words that they speak. And never, ever, no matter if I'm upset, pissed off, which is very rare for me. It takes a lot for me to get to that point. But never, ever dishonor anyone by calling them out of their name. That's number one rule with me. And should be with anyone. Never, ever call anyone out of their name. Because you're dishonoring yourself and lowering your vibration. So, yes. So yeah, you can actually go back and catch this on the replay when I press the finish button. So Alina, how do you go out from the moment? So yeah, that's a really good question. How do you go out from the moment? You have to catch yourself when you're in it. You have to catch yourself when you're in the moment, whatever that trigger is, and find your happy song, find your happy place, find whatever brings you joy in that moment, and that way you can get out of it. So whatever brings you the most joy, whether it's a laugh, a smile, and even for me, there's a song that I play in the back of my head, that brings me out of those trigger moments. So yeah, find your happy place. Our vibration is always in the people that we connect to. So what does that make us? It makes us like who they are. Thank you, Rocky. Our vibration is always in the people we connect with. So what does that make us? We always are connected. That's number one. We are always connected. And when we are connected to another person, especially if we were married to them, if we were best friend, whatever the connection is, if it was a deeper connection or if it was a shallow connection, whatever the connection was, that makes us just as they are, especially if we, abuse or dishonor their name by their energy. So we have to really focus on the energy and the vibration in which makes us feel good and lifts us up. Because, we are always going to somehow cross another person's path from our past. And it's always good to always be in a good place. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for that. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of healing energy going on this day. Yes, exactly. So, and that's a good thing that you catch yourself, because when you catch yourself, you just allow yourself like, okay, I did it, I admit to it, I own up to it. Time to move on from it, and that's pretty much all you have to do is own up to however it is that you're feeling, and just to release it and let it go. For sure, that's the only thing that you can honestly do is be honest with yourself. Yay! You guys are so amazing. I love each and every one of you. Yes, and each practice with each experience, and yes, and it does get better, and the trigger moments get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Yes, love to you all. Love you too. For sure. Thank you guys so much. Are there any more questions about this topic? Are there any more concerns? Anything else you guys want clarity on? And